Have you ever heard someone speak English and thought, wait, they're not using big words, but they still sound fluent? Maybe it's a classmate, a coworker, or even someone online, and you wonder, why don't I sound like that?
You're not crazy, and you're definitely not behind. What you're noticing is something most learners miss. Fluency isn't about the words, it's about the rhythm. It's about how you say something, not just what you say.
Today, we're giving you one of the most underrated fluency tools, rhythm and stress. It's the reason native speakers sound smooth, confident, and clear, even with short, simple sentences.
And here's the best part, you don't need a huge vocabulary to use this. You can sound more fluent instantly, just by changing the way you say what you already know.
We're going to show you how to stress the right words, pause in the right places, and use the natural music of English to make everything you say sound more natural, even if it's just 3 words long.
If you want people to stop saying, "Can you repeat that?" this episode is for you.
So here's the secret fluent speakers don't even realize they're using. They're not just speaking English, they're playing it like music.
That's right. English has rhythm. There's a beat, a flow, a pattern to how we speak, even in everyday conversations.
And fluent speakers use that rhythm to help people understand them. They stress certain words, they drop others, they pause in just the right spots.
It's not just what they say, it's how they say it. That's what makes someone sound fluent, even with very simple vocabulary.
You might be focusing so much on saying the right words or the right grammar that you're missing this one big thing, the music of English.
When a native speaker says something like, "I want to go to the store," you can feel the bounce. The rhythm makes it easy to follow, even if the sentence is basic.
But if you say all the words with the same tone and speed, like a robot, it doesn't matter how correct your sentence is. It won't feel natural.
And that's the real goal. Not perfect, not robotic, just real, rhythmic, connected.
So in today's episode, we'll give you real examples. You'll hear how we stretch certain words, blur others, and use stress to bring life to your speech.
And by the end, you'll know how to make short English sound strong, clear, and confident, just by changing how you deliver it.
Practice 1. Stressed words versus unstressed words. All right, let's dive into our first rhythm technique, word stress. This is where English really starts to sound natural, or robotic if you get it wrong.
Here's the deal. English is what we call a stress-timed language. That means we naturally stress or emphasize certain words in a sentence, usually the most important ones. The rest, we say them fast or soft, almost like background noise.
So let's keep this simple. The words we stress are usually the ones with real meaning: nouns, main verbs, adjectives, adverbs.
And the words we don't stress, those are function words, things like to, a, the, and, is, was.
Let's try it together. Repeat this sentence after me slowly first, every word clear. I want to go to the store.
Now say it again, but this time only stress the key words.
I want to go to the store.
Don't stress to or the. Just glide through those.
Feel that rhythm? It's almost like a drum beat. Want, go, store.
That's how native speakers speak.
Here's another one. Repeat this slowly.
She was talking to her friend.
Now stress just the important words.
She was talking to her friend.
The words was, to, and her become soft and fast. They don't need spotlight.
Why it works.
This rhythm makes English easier to follow, not just for you, but for the person listening to you. It creates flow.
And the more you use it, the more confident and fluent you'll sound, even if your sentence is basic.
Here's what to do after this episode. Take 3 simple sentences. Record yourself saying them once like a robot, every word the same. Then again with natural stress.
You'll hear the difference, and when you feel that bounce in your voice, your English will instantly sound better.
Next up, we'll add something powerful to this. Pauses. Where you pause matters just as much as what you say.
Now that you've practiced which words to stress, let's talk about something just as powerful: pauses. Knowing where to pause can instantly make you sound more fluent and more confident.
And here's something important. Fluent speakers don't rush. We pause naturally to think, to breathe, or to add meaning. But most learners either pause too much or not at all.
When you pause in the right spots, it doesn't sound like you forgot what to say. It sounds like you're in control. It gives your speech rhythm, and it makes you easier to understand. So, where should you pause?
Good question. Native speakers usually pause after idea chunks, not after every word, after groups of words that belong together.
Here's an example. Repeat this sentence with me, but we'll add pauses where they naturally belong. Let me tell you something. It works. Not, let me tell you something. That's not natural.
Another one. You know what? That's a good question. The pause after you know what gives you time and adds rhythm.
One more. So, I wasn't sure what to say. That pause after so isn't hesitation. It's a choice. It adds personality. And that's what fluent speech is all about.
Most learners think pausing makes them sound unsure. But in reality, pausing with purpose makes you sound thoughtful, natural, human.
When you listen to podcasts, TED Talks, or conversations in movies, pay attention. Everyone pauses, not because they forgot the word, because they're leading the listener.
Pick any 3-sentence story from your life. For example, I had a test yesterday. I forgot my pen. It was chaos. Now say it with rhythm and pause after each sentence.
Then try mixing it up. I had a test yesterday. I forgot my pen. It was chaos. Feel how that version creates drama and flow. That's fluency. That's rhythm.
In our next segment, we'll bring it all together. You'll see how even short, simple sentences can sound fluent, if the rhythm is right.
Now let's prove something to you. You don't need long, advanced sentences to sound fluent. In fact, some of the most fluent-sounding English is incredibly simple. It just sounds confident because of rhythm and stress.
So in this part, we're going to show you how to make basic English sound real, relaxed, and fluent, just by using stress, timing, and pauses. Practice sentence 1. I'm not sure yet. Repeat this after me, clearly, one word at a time. I am not sure yet.
Now let's say it naturally, with stress and rhythm. I'm not sure yet. The bounce is on not and yet. That's what gives it fluency.
And notice the contractions. I'm not, I am. That softens the rhythm. Native speakers almost always use contractions. Practice sentence 2. That works.
Next one, super short, super useful. That works. Try it flat first. That works. Now with rhythm. That works. We hit the first word. The second falls softer.
It sounds fast, casual, natural, like something you'd say in real life, and it doesn't require any fancy vocabulary.
Practice sentence 3. It's a good idea.
Now this one is all about emphasis. Let's say it with even tone. It is a good idea. Okay, now fluent. It's a good idea. We stress good because that's the new or important information.
And you'll notice, again, we're using a contraction, it's, not it is. This is how real people speak. Why this matters.
The reason we're practicing short sentences is because this is the foundation. If you can say 3 words fluently, you can say 30, but the rhythm has to come first.
So here's what we recommend. Take 5 short phrases you actually use in daily life. Things like, I don't know, or sounds good, or let me check.
Then record yourself. Say them slow. Then say them with rhythm. Feel the difference.
Even if you speak slowly, you'll still sound fluent if the stress is right. That's the trick.
All right, let's recap what we've learned. Today wasn't about grammar rules or long sentences. It was about how to make even simple English sound fluent and confident.
We showed you how rhythm, stress, and pauses are the real secret behind fluent speech. It's not about saying more, it's about saying it the right way.
You practice stressing content words, letting go of the small ones, pausing in natural places, and making short sentences bounce with rhythm.
And the big idea? Fluency starts with sound, not size. You can sound fluent using 4 words if your rhythm is right.
Your challenge this week. Choose 3 short phrases that you use often. It could be, I don't know, that's fine, or let me think.
Now, record yourself saying each one twice, first flat and robotic, then with rhythm and stress. Feel the difference. You'll hear it. You'll feel more confident too.
Do it once a day. It takes 2 minutes, but it builds muscle memory, and that's how rhythm becomes automatic.
Next time, we're taking it one step further. You'll learn how to turn everyday conversations into a fluency routine, so your English becomes natural, not something you have to stop and think about.
If you want English to feel like a reflex, not a classroom exercise, you won't want to miss it.
Until then, speak slowly, speak smart, and most importantly, speak with rhythm.
See you next time.